Hello everyone, it's your favourite noise producer, AK Noisewall here, and today we're going to be starting a new series on the channel. This is basically, I'm going to call it the Underground Music Spotlight, and the whole point of this is to basically go through the last month and just talk about stuff that came out in the underground and highlight it and talk about it, and whether I liked it or not, just kind of bring attention to some underground stuff that came out in the last month. So I hope to do this for every month of the year. So this is going to be January, then I'll do February, etc., etc. I don't know if I'm going to continue with that consistently because I'm lazy, and I might get bored of it, but I feel like this community could really benefit from something like this because, there's so many artists and so much music coming out that I feel a lot of it goes unnoticed and doesn't get the attention it deserves. So the whole point of this is to basically, it's going to be stuff that I've listened to. I'm not going to talk about things I haven't listened to because that would be stupid. You can't really talk about something if you haven't actually listened to it. So the whole point of this is to just, go through what I listened to that came out in January and talk about it. I'm going to go through everything I've listened to. That includes stuff I wasn't a fan of. But, I'm just going to describe the albums, so that people who might be into, the stuff on it will be like, oh, that's cool, I'll go check that out. I'll give my opinions on it all as well, because that's fun. But I'm just going to talk about everything I listened to from the last month. I'm also going to split this up into 3 different sections because I feel like I kind of have to. So the first section is just going to be the community in general, stuff that came out from labels and artists and all that shit. The second section is going to be me talking about my own stuff that I put out this month. Because, I usually put out something every month, so, and I want to talk about that too, because I'm part of the fucking scene too, so I should be able to talk about my own shit. And the last part is going to be on my label, Indigenic Noise, releases from that in the last month, because I feel like I need to put that separately, because, there's a lot of talent on my label that I feel goes very underappreciated, but at the same time, I don't want to put my own label's stuff in amongst everyone else's because it could come across as biased. All opinions are biased, but I don't want to be accused of being biased because I could be talking about someone's breakcore album and then right after it go, oh, by the way, here's a thing from my label, you should go listen to that. But I also feel like the artists on my label are all really talented and make really good shit, and they should be given a spotlight too. So I feel that's the best kind of compromise. Give them their own little section. This is going to be... It's not going to be a comprehensive list because I'm a human being and I don't have time to listen to every single album by every single artist. So there's probably some stuff I missed here, but I did my best to listen to everything that I think was notable and worth talking about. I like most of the stuff on here, but there's a few things I wasn't too keen on, but I listened to anyway because they're the big releases, and I want to be part of the big water cooler discussion of talking about all the big things as well. So but yeah, also sorry if I sound a bit off. I'm sick to the... That's fun. Couldn't have picked a better time to record this. Anyway, fucking hell. Right, anyway, enough of that. Let's just fucking dive right into things. So, first of all, we've got, from Lost Frog Productions, we have Sampler Volume 5. This is a promotional compilation from Lost Frog Productions. basically the sampler series. The whole point of that series is Lost Frog looks for small artists who maybe aren't that well known, usually artists who are new, and he basically, if he likes what they do, he asks them to make a track and he puts it in this compilation. So the whole point of this compilation is to basically promote smaller artists who maybe don't have followings yet. I found a lot of very, very good artists from these compilations in the past, including one of my friends, Redding in the Red. He was on one of the compilations before, and that's actually how I found his music and found him and how we became friends. So that's cool. There's a lot of very, very talented people on these samplers that usually go unnoticed. And Lost Frog helps put out these people to his very large audience, which is really cool, and that is like the most underground shit you could do. That's underground. That is like what we should be doing as a community. We should be giving a spotlight to small artists and helping them grow. So props to Lost Frog, Harrow, for doing that. As for the sampler itself, yeah, this is the fifth one. The first release of the year from the label. It was released on January the 1st. And it's very good. It's a great, solid compilation of breakcore, tinycore, gabber, just kind of like fast break music, basically. A lot of the artists on here are from Japan. The Japanese breakcore scene has always been better, in my opinion, so it's totally up my alley. And I found a lot of new artists from this, and they're all great. So, yeah, definitely check this out. It is absolutely phenomenal. It is a great little sampler album, and yeah, it's great. Give it a listen. It is a must listen, and it is a great start to the year for what is still the best label in the entire community. So, yeah, good job. Fantastic. Please check it out. Next we have, from my friend Cement Tea, we have Garlicc, which is a 6-track EP. The first release from Cement Tea this year. It's really good. It's a neurofunk drum and bass EP. It's a little different from what he normally does. It's not as like hard hitting and fast and skull steppy. It's a nice little change of pace for Cement Tea. It's neurofunk. It's really, really good dark drum and bass and neurofunk. And it is solid. It's one of his best things he's put out in a while. I actually bought it as well, so, buy it if you can. Support the guy. He's a really, really talented dude, and he's super nice and super chill. And he's also carrying the entire skull step genre on his back right now, because he's the only fucking person who makes it. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's very good EP. A great start to the year, and I'm sure there are about 20 more fucking albums and EPs coming from Cement Tea this year, because all he fucking does is make music. Subscribe to his fucking Patreon, support the guy. He's trying to do this for a living, and he's very talented, and he deserves every bit of support. So please go support him, and check out this EP, it's neat. I also really like the cover art here. It's cute. It's a cute little Garlicc plant waifu. Love it. So yeah, check it out. Very good stuff. Next we have, for another Lost Frog album, this is from Travongle, the Spectacular Dazzling Dance Emotion Collection. This is a lollycore EP, LP, sorry. But, Travongle's known for like being super noisy and chaotic, like lollycore, breakcore. This is a lot more like happy and uplifting and calm. It's not as noisy as his usual stuff. It's very, very uplifting, very emotional, like positive emotions. It's very very cute, nice, bright, energetic music, and it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful album. It's great. The best way I can describe it is peak lollycore. That's what it is. It's peak lollycore. It's probably the best. Some of the best you'll get from this genre. It is wonderful, with elements of mashcore as well. But it's such a bright and happy album, and it's just so nice to listen to. And I absolutely love this album. It's just great. It's really, really good. I imagine most of the people who are subscribed to this channel have already heard it, because most of my followers and friend groups also follow Lost Frog, but if you haven't listened to this yet, please do so. It is absolutely phenomenal. It is a fantastic album, and it's so fantastic I actually paid for it, despite the fact it's a free download. So, I gave Lost Frog money for this, because it's that good. Yeah, go follow Travongle, check out his other stuff, and check this out. It's fucking fantastic. Next we have Takahiro FKS, 10 Nights Dream. This is another album from Lost Frog. This came out yesterday. It is a Dario Core Hyperflip album. It is... it's pretty good. It's one of the weaker releases from Lost Frog so far this year, but that's not saying it's bad or anything. It's like an 8 out of 10 maybe. It's really good though. I'm not super big on Hyperflip Dario Core stuff. Probably because I'm not super knowledgeable about it and I'm not very well versed in the genre. But I really enjoyed this. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was good. It's some of the better Hyperflip I've listened to, and you should definitely listen to it as well. It's worth checking out if you like that sort of stuff. Next we have Reality Collision from Ghostmemory. This album's like a tribute to old school 90s hardcore drum and bass and breakcore. Super, super good album. I actually got this on tape because I liked it that much. I saw there was like a tweet, being like, this is coming out on tape, and I was like, I have some Bandcamp money. I had like a Bandcamp gift card for Christmas, and I was like, I've got some money left. Let's have a look. And I checked it out on the Bandcamp page, and it was really, really good, and I was like, I have to get this immediately. So I immediately bought the tape. And I got my tape actually just came in this morning. Really, 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 really good tape. Very good quality. So the label that put it out, definitely support them and buy their physicals, because the stuff they make is like, it's not just shite. Like it's good quality shit. It's very, very high quality. It's probably the highest quality tape you can get from a label. Absolutely amazing. And the album itself is really good. It's like, this is like peak Western breakcore, in my opinion. I'm not too big on Western breakcore and drum and bass. I prefer the Japanese stuff, but this is really good. It's got like a lot of atmosphere to it, and there's like a lot. There's almost like kind of like nostalgic, like aesthetic to it. It's very nostalgic. It's very it feels very much like a tribute to like the 90s. It's got a lot of kind of emotional, nostalgic energy to it, which is what the creator Ghostmemory was going for. He was trying to make a nostalgic album. Very reminiscent of like N64 games and stuff. So there's a lot of like N64 kind of like sound fonts and aesthetics in there, mixed with like breaks and drum and bass, and it is fucking awesome. It is so good. It's an amazing album, and I have an even higher appreciation for it now that I've listened to it on tape. So yeah, I don't know if there's any tapes left, but if there are, you should cop one, definitely. Very, very good release, one of the best things of the year, and definitely give Ghostmemory and the label a follow, because they are all great. Fantastic little release. Definitely check it out. Jesus, my fucking throat. Next we've got Lax from Cementi. This is okay. This isn't my favourite Cementi release by any stretch of the imagination. But it's different. He goes away from his drum and bass and skull step kind of stuff, and he's doing more of a ambient, slower kind of hardcore EP here. It's not his best work. It's not really what I come to Cementi for, but it's still a fun little listen. It's interesting to see him trying ambient stuff, which he's done before, but I feel like this was like kind of more of an effort to be ambient and like slower hardcore. It's like ambient industrial. It's not something I would listen to regularly, but it's interesting to see him try something different, and it is enjoyable. It's a good listen. It's worth checking out for sure. It's a lot more atmospheric and relaxing, and I'm interested to see how he incorporates those ambient textures into his next projects that he does. I'd like to see him put more ambient stuff into his like skull step kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's worth checking out for sure. It's a very, very solid little EP. It's neat. It's different. Check it out. Next we have Oh the Horrors new album. The Super Devil Made Me Do It. People are probably gonna be like, who's Oh the Horror? You're not part of this scene. They're underground music though. So I'm including them. Oh the Horror is they're like a metalcore, horrorcore rap EDM band. They basically do metal music with some horrorcore rapping in it, and they've got like EDM shit in the background. They're a very interesting experimental band. They're primarily part of the Juggalo scene, which isn't really part of our scene, but I feel like they're underground and weird, and they deserve more attention. So I'm fucking putting them on the list. Yeah, this is a good album. A good chunk of the tracks are actually like remakes of tracks from their first EP, but their first EP was dog shit, so it's nice to see them remaster those tracks for a modern sound. There's some notable underground features on here. There's like Kung Fu Vampires on it. He features on it. There's Super Famous Funtime Guys. They're featured on a track. And the most notable feature is they have the vocalist Tom. What's his name again? I don't remember his fucking Tom something. Oh fuck. Anyway, yeah, they have. He's from fucking the guy from Chelsea Grin. The vocalist from Chelsea Grin. He's on this, and he fucking goes hard. And I don't know how they managed to get him on it because he's a pretty big name. Like Chelsea Grin is not a fucking small time band or anything. They're a pretty big name. At least they used to be. So yeah, very cool album, very experimental, very weird. This is what underground music is all about. A bunch of weirdos making weird shit. So yeah, it's cool. Very cool album. I really enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy it as much as their last album, which was a bit better, but it's still very cool. It's still very interesting and still absolutely worth checking out. If you're into like metal music or rap, very well worth your time, in my opinion. Give it a listen. It's cool. I enjoyed it a lot. And the cover art, it goes hard. Look at that shit. It's fucking awesome. Next we have ULTRANUCLEAR from Beachgrave. This is alright. I wasn't actually gonna listen to this, but it's Beachgrave. It's pretty widely spoke about. So I felt like I should go give it a listen. It was alright. I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad or anything. It wasn't amazing either. It was just good. Yeah, it was a good little breakcore album, junglecore album. I feel like Beachgrave has done better in the past. I think her last album was a lot better, personally. But this is still fun. It's good. I enjoyed it for what it's worth. There's some cool features on it. There's an arcade trauma feature, and there's a feature from Sad Shotty. Both kind of notable names, part of that kind of circle of people. In the breakcore scene. Yeah. This was fine. It was okay. It was enjoyable. I like the cover art a lot. Obviously. It's my thing. Cute cat girl. But the music is good. It's alright. It's kind of standard breakcore, really. This is also on cassette as well. I don't know if there's any cassettes left. Last I checked, there was still some cassettes left. So if you want to cop a physical of this, go do it. It's on that label with the a silly name. The pentagram label. U plus 26E7 or whatever. It's on that label. So yeah, if you want to get a cassette of ULTRANUCLEAR, go do it. Go support Beachgrave and the label and all that shit. Yeah, it's worth listening to. Give it a wee listen if you want. It's alright. Next we have Magnanimous by Space Invapors. This is a release from Vaporscape Records, who've been nice enough to put out my music before. Shout out to them for that. This is their latest thing. It's a Vaporwave EP from Space Invapors. It's okay. It's alright, I guess. It's not really my thing. I don't really like Vaporwave that much. I don't really care for it. But it was alright. It's okay. Stick on in the background or whatever. It's not something I'd ever probably go back to, but if you are into Vaporwave stuff, you'll probably really enjoy this. So yeah, I highly recommend it if you're into Vaporwave stuff. It's pretty cool. Give it a wee listen. Next we have Cloudy Dark Blue Sky from TR Ash. Now, I've said before that I'm not a big fan of a lot of the Western breakcore scene. I think a lot of the music that comes from Western breakcore is very, very samey and boring and uninteresting, and that there's not a lot. There's not a lot that stands out. I genuinely feel like a lot of Western breakcore is just the same shit over and over and over again. Which is why I focus more on lollycore and the Japanese breakcore scene, because they're always doing really interesting and experimental things. But TR Ash is great, and the stuff that she does is probably some of the best in the Western breakcore scene. And I feel like I'm not alone in that sentiment. I feel like a lot of people probably agree with me there that what TR Ash is doing is very good. Is very interesting, is among the best in the scene. And this little EP is an example of why that is true. This is a great little EP. It's 5 tracks, it's very short, but every track on here is great. Every track on here is unique. Every track on here stands out from one another. It's not just... Because the big problem with a lot of breakcore is it all fucking meshes together. You know, you listen to a track and you listen to the next track and it's like, it just feels like the same shit over and over again. This is different. The breaks are chopped up in a very unique and interesting way. The melodies in the background, like all the piano melodies and like the ambience and shit, is all really powerful and actually adds to the song. This is like emotional breakcore, emotional ambient breakcore at its finest. And I feel like every time TR Ash brings something out, it's just better than the last thing that she does. I have been keeping up with her music as it's been coming out, and I really, really enjoy it. And I think she's one of my favourite artists in the scene right now. And I think this is some of her best work yet. Don't know if everyone agrees with me on that. I don't know if she agrees with me on that. But I think she should just keep doing what she's doing, because she's doing it right and she's doing it well. And she's growing very fast for a reason. So I'm sure all of you have listened to this already, but if you haven't, please do. It's very, very good. And TR Ash is a wonderful person, a very, very kind human being, and I appreciate that she supports me and has been kind to me. So I will do the same to you. Keep it up. You're doing amazing. Great job. Next we have Blood Drive from DJ Yig, which is it's a very good jungle core album. Because if I say breakcore, he'll probably fucking shoot me. He doesn't like when I don't think he likes being from what I remember, Yig doesn't like being categorized under breakcore or being a part of the breakcore scene. So I'll just say that it's jungle because they're basically the same fucking thing anyway, aren't they? Um, no, all jokes aside though, this is fucking solid. This is really really good. I know the label that put it out doesn't like me very much, but the actual album, this album is great, and Yig's a good dude, and he makes amazing stuff. This is an absolute must listen from this scene from January. If you haven't listened to Blood Drive yet, please do it. It's fucking solid. It's great. Um, the tracks are all great. The fucking just the music's good. It's just good fucking music. It's really really good. I really enjoyed it. And I like the cover art. It's cute. It's very cute. My kind of thing. I like the little nurse anime girl and the big blood needle and shit. No, really though, please check out Blood Drive. It's a fucking fantastic junglecore album. It's one of the better break related music things from the last month. And you know, Yug's a good dude and he makes good stuff. You should go support him because he deserves more fucking followers. Definitely one of the more underappreciated artists in this scene. Go listen to it. It's good. Yeah. Next up we have yeah. Next we have next we have Neglected Witch House from Borenail Records, which is a um it's a compilation from Borenail Records. It's a witch house compilation. Lots of notable names on here. There's Misha Bosby's on here. My best friend, DJ Jackie Glass, is on this as well, which is really cool because she normally does like jungle and like kind of D&B and all that sort of stuff, DJ stuff, and she went on to do a witch house track on here, which is really fucking cool. It was nice to see her try and do witch housey stuff, and she's gonna do more apparently now. So that's awesome. But yeah, this is basically a collection of really like experimental witch house stuff. Very very cool. A very good compilation. I actually got this on tape as well. Only 6 tapes got made, and I managed to get one of them, which is awesome. I'm pretty sure the tapes are all sold out now, but you can still get it on CD though. Um, Tape quality was all right. It wasn't like the best quality ever, but it was good considering that Borenail does it all himself and he hand makes them all himself. Um, it was pretty cool. Um, yeah, definitely give this a listen. It's very very good, very very good little compilation of awesome experimental bullshit. And I don't know, maybe I'll make some witch house noise wall for them at some point. Go support the label. They're fucking great, and the album is very good, worth listening to for sure. Next we have Split from Meronti and Rainbow Star 36. This is a lollycore, a noisy lollycore split released on Sundari Violence. Very very good, very chaotic, crazy, noisy, absolutely mental lollycore bullshit. It's great. It's cool. Meronti is one of the better artists in lollycore right now. Rainbow Star 36 is also great, so these two being together and making something crazy is awesome. It's a nice little split, and it is definitely worth checking out if you're into like noisy lollycore bullshit. Yeah, it's great. Secondary Violence remains a top tier label, and they keep putting out fucking awesome shit. Yeah, give it a listen. Worth it. Next we have Resonant Inquisition from Painful Acidic Mezzanine. Um, I have been a fan of this guy for a very long time, but recently we actually became friends. He gave me a follow, he added me on Discord, joined my server, and we've been chatting, and we have a lot in common, and that's really cool. Like he likes a lot of the music I like, and he likes a lot of the stuff I like, and yeah, we've been chatting a lot, and that's cool. This is his newest EP. It came out not too long ago. It's a grindcore, like a grindcore, a lolly grindcore and gore noise EP. Very noisy, fucking grindy, just fucking eardrum crushing bullshit. Yeah, it's great. It's very short. It's like 5 tracks. The tracks are all like a minute and a bit long. But if you're into like grindy music, it's very worth listening to. It's very, very good, very solid. And I enjoy it. It's like peak experimental bullshit. That's cool. Give it a listen if you haven't already, and give him a follow. The guy deserves way more followers than he currently has. So yeah. Next we have Underwater Empire from Fukushima Koi. Uh, this is all right. It's like kind of vaporwavy, vapor trap stuff. Um, like Evangelion samples and stuff in it, which is kind of funny because yeah, given the label that released it. Um, oh, well, fan service and anime bad, but Evangelion samples. Anyway, but yeah, uh, this is all right. It's decent vaporwavy stuff. Again, vaporwave's not really my thing, but you know, it's all right. It's decent. It's okay. Uh, I think the guy's a Japanese artist, which is I don't know if that's true or not, because oh, fucking hell, because vaporwave artists like to always pretend they're from other countries and shit. But that's cool, I guess. Yeah, this is all right. It's decent vaporwave. Go listen to it. There we have Death Stands Above Me from Der Cherep. This is released on Dark Impact Records. Very sludgy, dark, industrial, hardcore, doomcore shit. I don't have too much to say about it, but it is very, very solid. It's very good, very dark, evil sounding bullshit. It's cool. Dark Impact continues to be like one of the better dark hardcore labels. Yeah, go listen to it. It's good. Then we have Hideous, which is a collab album between Ouija Macc and Golden BSP. These are 2 rappers from the Juggalo scene once again. They are joining forces to make a album of trap, horrorcore, fucking black metal rap bullshit, and it's great. It's super fucking. The cover art is fucking weird. Like the text here just feels like they just went fuck it and paint or something, you know. But that's probably the point. But the actual album is really really good. Black Metal Rap is a fucking awesome track where they just scream, "This is black metal rap." That's fucking awesome. The beats are all the production beats are super creative. Because the thing is like Ouija Macc is an artist. His biggest problem is he's a trap horrorcore artist. So a lot of his stuff sounds kind of the same. It's just like the same trap beat over and over again with the same flow and the same fucking 5 lines. But when Ouija Macc is talented though, and when he collabs with other people, that's when he really shines. And him and Golden BSP have an excellent chemistry together. They really really complement one another's weaknesses, strengths, and cover up each other's weaknesses. So yeah, very very good rap album. One of the best rap albums of the year so far. Go listen to it. It's fucking solid. It's cool. It's great. I love it. It's real underground shit. Uh, then we have Slowcore Insurgency from Low Entropy. This is the first release from Slowcore Records this year, I believe. It's a Slowcore album from the Slowcore King himself, Low Entropy. Yeah, very, very solid album. It's just a bunch of very sludgy, cavernous, dark, slow, hardcore. Like some of the stuff here goes down at like 10 BPM. It's insane. Yeah, this is like what slowcore's all about. It's a fucking great little album. And Low Entropy remains the king of the genre for a reason. Definitely check it out. From Omnicore Records, which is a child label of Slowcore Records, we have Experiments of Doom, which is a compilation of various doomcore, industrial hardcore tracks that got put together in this little compilation. So if you're looking for a bunch of new artists that you haven't listened to before that have done like dark, kind of hardcore industrial stuff, definitely check it out. Very, very worth listening to. Good little compilation. Very, very, if you're looking for a place to start with like experimental doomcore and you haven't really checked out a lot of doomcore, give this a listen. It'll give you an idea of what the genre's all about, really. It's cool. Then we have Kamisori from Coakira. This is basically just one track, but it's 3 different versions of that track. You all know who Coakira is. Coakira's great. He knows what he's fucking doing. He's great at what he does. There's like a terrorcore version of the track. There's like a hardcore version of the track and all that stuff. Very, very cool track. It's nice to see it in different styles. Yeah, it's solid. Give it a listen. That's all I can really say about it. And then we have Gabber Revolution 100% EP from Noisy Neko Paws. Noisy Neko Paws is a new-ish label run by my friend Mekakawa Girl, and this is their second release. It's on CD, so if you want to buy the CD, if there's any left, you should get one. I'm not getting one because I don't have a fucking CD player. But yeah, it's a neat little Gabber lollycore breakcore EP. There's 5 different artists on it. 5 different artists, 5 different tracks. Yeah, it's solid. Give all the artists on it a follow. They're all great, and it's a nice little showcase of what this label is going to be all about. It's very, very neat, and I also love this CD art. It's cool, very cool. Next we have Scat Breaks from Shin Code. This is a depressive, glitchy breakcore album released on Omoid label in Japan. Yeah, great. Shin Code I've been following him for years, and this is just another Shin Code album. It's solid. It's glitchy as fuck. It's just a great example of why Japanese breakcore is just that much more interesting than me, because I listen to this and I'm like, none of the shit in the West sounds like this. This is like depressing, like glitchy, dark, like breakcore shit, and it's just different, you know. Yeah, it's cool. Shin Code knows what he's doing. He keeps doing what he's doing, and it's great. And a wide label keeps putting out fucking bangers. Give it a listen. Then another Omoid label release, we have Animacy from Collar. Yeah, this is great. It's like it's like Vocaloid pop noise, like noise pop or something. I can't really describe this album. It's very unique. It's very noisy, sample based kind of pop. It's cool. It's one of the more unique releases from this year so far. Give it a listen. That's all I can really say. One of the better things I've listened to for sure, and I paid money for it. So yeah, go listen to it. That's awesome. And then the last album we'll talk about from the first section, we've got from Gengu, we've got Watch Me Drop. This is a last minute addition to the list. I got sent this morning. Listen to it. It's great. It's basically a kind of breakcore Gabber, fucking Frenchcore sort of compilation. Most of the artists on here, pretty much all of them, are Japanese artists. And it's fantastic. You know, we've got a whole bunch of big names in here. You've got Golden Eggs, you've got Uncle Fuckers, Kasumi, DJ Izumi, Shin Code's on here as well. Yeah, a whole bunch of other names. This is solid. This is really, really, really good. Yeah, this is one of the best compilations I've heard this year. Various artists. That's really funny. I just noticed. Japan. But yeah, go listen to this. It's solid. It's really, really good. There's a lot of bangers on here. It's great. Yeah. And that's us for the first section. So now I'm going to talk about my shit. I only released 2 things this year. Fuck. I only released 2 things this month. First of all, we have a single from me. Yeah, this will get me cancelled. This is Carnival of Cunny. It's a single where I took the Insane Clown Posse's first album, the intro track from that album, Carnival of Carnage, and I turned it into noise bullshit. And then for the cover art, I put the Carnival of Carnage album cover in to AI art, and I typed in Wally, and I got this. This is Carnival Chan. Yeah, kind of bullshit. It was funny though. I enjoyed making it. It was a fun little track. So yeah, I'm sure people were absolutely thrilled to listen to Carnival of Cunny. And then we have this album. This is called Yuki Noise Wall / Angelingus Taylor's version. We couldn't think of a fucking name for the split. So we just put our fucking names in it and then called it Taylor's version. This cover art wasn't made by me, it was made by the other artist who worked on it, Angelingus. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that split was fun. I did 2 tracks, Angelingus did 2 tracks. It'd been in the works for a while. He finished his tracks in November last year, and I was like, oh fuck, I better fucking finish mine now. So I finished mine, I made some ambient stuff, ambient noise wall. I really liked the tracks that I did for it. They were like ambient hip hop noise shit. Yeah, this is a fun little split. Go listen to it if you haven't already, and give us money if you want. I'm joking, but if you want, it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, this is fun. But that's all I really put out this month. I've got a bunch of shit in the works for February. We'll see if I finish any of it. Yay! So yeah, there you go. Yuki Noise Wall forever. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the indigenic stuff. So, first of all, we have Sartan Sajuda from Infanticide. Infanticide also goes by Enzor and Flora and Brad and Lexorbis. He's got about 1 million fucking aliases for some fucking reason. This is his first release from this year under Infanticide, which is like a noise core project. um, I don't. I think this is just like a stock image or something, because he definitely didn't make this. Anyway, yeah, this is cool. It's like a 3-track EP. It's like very, very experimental noise. um, it's supposed to convey like anger and frustration and channel it into music form. I think he did a pretty good job. I really liked this one. This is a good way for us to start the year. Um, yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Uh, then we have Echoes Inside a Broken Skull from Uneven Surface. Jace Shrum, Uneven Surface. Jace, he is a very talented noise producer. He releases stuff with us all the fucking time. Guy's been doing this since like the 90s. Love him. Love it. Love everything he does. This is a 45-minute long noise track. A real masterclass in harsh noise. Yeah, very solid. Really proud to put this one out. It was excellent. Give it a listen. Then we have Glass House from my friend Stranded. Glass House is like an ambient EP. EP? Is it? Probably an album, actually. More than an album, yeah. This is like a bit of a departure from Stranded's normal, like, harsh noise wall stuff, and it's more of a dark drone, dark ambient album. Yeah. It's got really dissonant atmosphere. It's really good. Check it out. Then we have Fluorescence from Rar. Rar is one of the very, very, very first artists who ever released with us. She's still doing her thing. And she came back this year to do another track with us. Fluorescence, which is a roughly 3-minute long breakcore track with like little ambient, like, kind of pads and stuff in it. It's very fluorescent and like really pretty. It kind of reminds me of like old like PS1 games. Something like it's something you would imagine you'd hear from like a Spyro game or something. It's really fucking cool. I really really liked this. Very pretty, very nice little single. I hope she keeps working on stuff because she's great. Very talented chick. Then we have Azure from Enzor. This is Enzor's first single of the year. It's a melodic dubstep track, future garage. Really cool. Really enjoyed it. Then we have I Might Just Kill a Man from Akuto Girl. Akuto Girl has been one of our more regular artists recently. Really love what she does. She's just great at what she does. This is just a single. It's a very, very energetic, hard-hitting Frenchcore stomper. Absolute fucking banger. Very, very proud to release this. And I hope she keeps doing her thing. Yeah. Here we have an unknown anonymous release, Unknown Entity, from the artist that calls himself Unknown Entity. You can probably guess who this is, because he's not done a very good job of hiding it. But yeah, he's a regular artist on Endogenic. He's released with us a bunch of times. Love him, love what he does, and this little EP is neat. There's 2 different tracks, Sleeping Entity and Awakened Entity. They're both great. I actually added this to Rate Your Music, and it got taken down for some reason, because we just delete albums now, apparently. Sad. But yeah, go check it out. It's cool. And then this is one of my favourite ones. We have this album from Roboticoder. Now, I was very, very happy when this artist approached me. They're a vaporwave artist, Barbara Beats. Very, very talented guy. And he reached out to me and was like, "Can I release on your label?" And I was like, "Sure, if you want." And we have actually become very, very good friends. And it turns out we have a lot in common. And we get on and gel very, very well together. He's in my Discord server now. He's good pals with all my friends, and he's part of the UK Noise Wall Indigenic friend circle now, and that makes me very happy. Bunch of people who don't like me in the label tried to fucking turn them away. His response was to tell him to fuck off, and he just kept fucking he just kept doing it. He just kept doing his thing with us. So yeah, good dude. I really, really enjoyed this album. It's a very experimental, kind of post-vaporwave release. It's one of my favourite things we've released this month. I really enjoyed it. Go listen to it. It's solid. Then we have High Pedestrian Area from the Plural Muses. I've been in touch with the Plural Muses for a while now. And this is their first EP they've put out with us. There's a cover of No Tears by Tuxedo Moon on here, which is awesome. Very good job. And then there's 2 original tracks as well, which are like great. The best way to describe this would be like ambient rock music. Very, very good. Worth checking out. One of our better releases, I'd say. Then we have Wait For Me from Enzor. Another single, another melodic dubstep track. It's great. It's solid. Give it a listen. Don't have much else to say about it, but it's great. And then another one from Akuto Girl, we have G7, which is a 2-track EP from her. Yeah, it's a solid. 2 kick-ass, hard-hitting, hardcore, breakcore tracks. Lots of awesome Gabber kicks, very chaotic, very bouncy, just hardcore shit. It's fucking great. And yeah, give her a follow. Here we've got a release from Palundra. I cannot pronounce it because it's Japanese letters or something. This is awesome vaporwave stuff. Absolutely honoured that an artist like Palundra reached out to us and chose to release with us. This actually came out in December last year, but he wanted a re-release on Indigenic, so we were happy to oblige. Very, very good vaporwave stuff. If you like vaporwave, you'll like this, because I fucking liked it. So yeah. We've got another release from Stranded. This one is a 4-track album. And it's once again more dark ambient and drone as opposed to harsh noise wall. Very, very good album. Little EP from my friend Stranded. Keep doing your thing, Stranded. We love you. I've got another Uneven Surface album. This one is a bit more unique. This is Residual Mental Anomalies. And for this one, Jace decided to do 5 tracks. Normally he only does 1 or 2 tracks, but here he's got a whole 5-track album, and each track is very interesting. He tried to make more ambient and atmospheric melodies along with the noise, and I think he was very successful. He made some really, really, really cool sounding shit. Very experimental, very ambient, and just fantastic. This is true noise for the very hardcore noise heads. Definitely give it a listen. We've got another Palundra release. This one is more of a dungeon synth vaporwave EP. It's very dungeon synthy. Kind of puts you in mind of dark fantasy kind of stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's very, very solid dungeon synth. I enjoyed it a lot. This one's fun. This is the first single from my friend, who I think wants to remain anonymous. So I'll call him by his artist name, Guardian. Guardian's whole gimmick is he's a horrorcore rapper who targets political figures that are pieces of shit, basically. And he does, like, tracks. He do like a track about them, targeting them, and publicly shaming them for being pieces of shit. So this track is about Dennis Prager, the owner of PragerU, and it's basically a track saying, how he's a fucking piece of shit, and he's a cult leader, and he's indoctrinating young children into believing his insanely bigoted and harmful beliefs. In terms of the track itself, the production is very, very lo-fi, very old school 90s horrorcore. I like it. It's amateurish, but like in a way that feels like intentional. And the rapping is cool. Like his vocal delivery is very interesting. He like screams. It's like scream rap. But like he told me afterwards, like his voice was fucking fried after. Like he had to fucking take like fucking throat medicine after it because he was just fucking he couldn't fucking handle it. Because he proper screams, and like the only thing I'd say is like the mic quality is not the best. It's a very DIY kind of effort, but for a first track, it's solid, and I was very, very happy to put this out, and I hope he keeps doing what he's doing. He's got 5 more targets planned, so there's more Guardian stuff coming. And if you guys want something a little different, definitely check this out. This is different from a lot of the stuff we put out. Very, very cool. We've got Emissions from a Dark Star, another Uneven Surface track. Yeah, I don't have too much different to say about it, but it's a constantly evolving noise track. Very interesting, very good stuff. Check it out, please, if you can. Jace is amazing. We have a Lord Cernanos EP here. I love the cover art for this. It's funny and kind of cool. This is different from his usual stuff. It's more of a dungeon synth drone EP. It's a kind of concept EP as well. Focusing on the hidden marsh. You've got entering the hidden marsh, you've got the hidden marsh itself, you've got campfires in the marsh, you've got Will-o'-the-Wisp. It's a very very story-driven EP. It's like a journey, almost. Like you listen to it all the way through, and it's like you've been on this little journey, through the marsh. Very, very cool. Definitely check it out, and thank you again to my friend Lord Cernanos for releasing with us and being such a nice guy. Easy to work with. This is another album from Roboticoder. Yeah, it's just more fucking solid vaporwave stuff. The whole point of this album was to kind of be like an otherworldly space opera that's being constantly interrupted by static and noise, and yeah, he does a good job of conveying that. There's a couple of remixes on here as well. Tracks 7, 8, and 9 are all remixes, but they're all great. It's like post vaporwave, breakcore, boom bap, barber beats, chillwave, all wrapped together in one neat little package. It's great. And Roboticoder actually has another album coming out this week, and it's he's remixed one of my tracks, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that was received. Yeah, so there's that. Next we have another release from Stranded. This is The End, Goodbye. And this is just a single track, but very, very glitch noise wall. It's very glitchy, very noisy, very chaotic and crazy. Mental. Absolutely mental track. Fantastic. I love it. Great. We have another Enzor track. This is a remix of Porter Robinson's Get Your Wish. And it's great. It's a nice little remix of that track. Enzor really does a good job of making the track his own. Definitely give it a listen. It's cool. We have Falling in Love from Blaze the Star, my friend Chris. Yeah, Blaze the Star is great. He's a really cool anime like themed trap rapper. Um, this is some proper underground trap shit. It's great. Draws from his own personal experiences. Very emotional, very hard hitting and heavy. The production's fantastic. His rapping and flow and voice are very unique and interesting. Yeah, solid. Then we have one more Uneven Surface release. Boy in a Box Universe. It's a broken transmission track that lasts about 40 minutes. Absolutely mental, crazy noise. Fantastic. And finally, we have a cover from Blaze the Star of Wet Brain's Girls Don't Like Me. This is our most recent release, and I actually really, really like this. It's a free download because it's a cover, but the original track for this, I hadn't actually heard it before. It's like a very slow-paced trap song, and here Blaze basically turns it into a rap rock hardcore pop punk song with rapping in it. So he still raps and stuff, but the production is like very fast paced pop punk guitars. And it's fucking great. It's solid. I'm so fucking proud to put this one out. I've been listening to this a lot non-stop since we put it out because I really think it's catchy, and I think he really really makes the song his own. This is better than the original in my opinion. It's like fucking pop punk rap and it's awesome. And yeah, and yeah, that's us. We're done. That's the underground spotlight for January 2023. I you know, I probably missed a few things, but I'm one man. I can't listen to everything. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to me rant about music for an hour. If you think there's any ways I can improve the format, or if you have any, if you want me to include something in the next one for February, just let me know and I'll try my best to include it. I'm always down to listen to whatever people want me to listen to. But yeah, there you go. There we have it. That's us. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, look forward to more. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.